Okay. Gonna start with super spicy stuff. OTK, one true cult. There's been allegations about Rich Campbell. I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm gonna watch the Asmon video. I saw a bit of it. About to hear. It's basically Asmongold being disappointed. Understandable. And then we'll read the tweet. This one I didn't read. Now, before we start, I do want to say I don't like Rich. I don't know him personally. However, there was something always off about him. Like when I watch him, it's like I just don't like his energy. That is not to say that I think he's straight up a fucking molester, okay? Or something like that. Okay? But we'll see what she says. So do know that I'm coming with a slight bias against Rich. Okay? Now, there are other people in OTK that I think are sus. Obviously, I don't know them, so I'm not gonna name anyone. But I did mention it before in another video, another stream. There's at least one more person that I think will probably have some allegations dropped at his doorstep sooner or later. You know, or more like I wouldn't be surprised if this person would have allegations dropped. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know him personally. Again, it's just the energy I'm getting from that person. So yeah. Anyways, let me just set this up real quick. Let's start with the video.
I think everybody's pretty much seen the allegations and everything against Rich. If you haven't, I would suggest to just check our Twitter. And, you know, we've obviously addressed this ourselves. This came to our attention yesterday, and as soon as we pretty much found out and, you know, looked into it and saw what was going on, we had Rich resign from the org, and Rich is no longer a part of OTK, effective yesterday.
Yeah.
The reason I'm going to be talking about it, probably more than anybody else that is in the...
like, you're friends for years. Like, this has to do with you personally. This has to do with your business. You are technically the face of OTK. Like, well, the face of the business, technically, right? It's like you are the CEO. Even though I would say there are other content creators of OTK that are way more visible as far as OTK is concerned. Everyone knows OTK means Asmongold. So obviously he has to make a statement, but also it touches him personally as well as the business aspect.
That's in the org is because the truth is, Rich, like he said, was, you know, my friend. And,
was. Oof.
I want
to... Oof. Now, if he says it like that, that means whatever the woman said is pretty much deterministic. Regardless, like, or at least he decided that it's real, or what happened in the background means that Rich said, yes, this is true, and Asmon's like, you're no longer my friend. Okay, or like maybe like what she said is true, and that's it, right? It is what it is. But that means, you know, because just allegations, I don't think if over just allegations, he would say was my friend, and he's no longer part of the org. It should be a pending investigation or anything like that. But Rich probably just said right away after that, he probably just admitted guilt right away instead of like even trying to defend himself. So that shows a lot already.
to talk about it on a personal level, and I want to say a couple of things that I've just really got to say something about.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big shock to me.
Obviously.
I think it was a shock to everybody. It's hard for me to process what's been going on. And I understand that for a lot of people, you all who might have been fans of Rich or Allcraft, you might have felt that way too. I want to say one thing though, before I go any farther. You are not on our team.
One sec, before he goes there. I'll tell you right now, if you feel betrayed on any level, your parasocial status is way too high. Okay? Like, your parasocial debuff is way too high. You should not feel betrayed if the content creators you're watching on Twitch are doing stuff you don't agree with. Just stop watching them, don't support them. You shouldn't be feeling betrayed, you know? Like, these streamers are not your friends. I'm not your friend. I'll be nice and all that stuff. I think most streamers would be nice to their viewers because we are only here because of our viewers, but we are not your friends. Okay? We can listen to you. We can be like a mini therapist because it gives us content, all that stuff. But never forget, streamers, aside from like maybe if you see them on the street and you say, hi, I love your content, they can say thank you. But a lot of streamers and a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that do not consider you friends. I know this is like very like, neither here nor there, but it's like if you feel betrayed, your parasocial debuff is way too high. Stop thinking that these people are in any personal relationship with you. Okay? Overall, at the end of the day, the streamers are entertainment and there's a business transaction. That's first and foremost. That's what you need to remember. So don't feel betrayed. You can be disappointed at somebody. That's fine. That, like you expected more of a person, but I don't know, betrayed, way too harsh of a word for what your relationship with the streamer should be.
You are not helping us. You are not doing us any favors or doing anyone any favors by calling a girl that comes out and tells this kind of a story a liar. I read a lot of the comments on Twitter, etc. And I saw a lot of people that were saying that it wasn't true, that she's making everything up. Please do not do that.
I agree. The internet is not, some people, for example, Fortune, can be massive investigators, but a random comment on Twitter is definitely not like an investigator. All allegations should be taken seriously. That being said, just because they're allegations, the person is not guilty. However, because he resigned, and because Asmongold said was his friend, I am going to assume that Rich admitted guilt. Let's just say it like that.
This is... You are not our fan. You're not on our side. We are on their side. That's why Rich is gone. Do not do this. I understand trust but verify. Makes sense. Everybody deserves to get their side of the story out. But whenever you just automatically discredit one side, you're not looking for two sides, you're looking for the other side.
True.
Please do not do that. And call yourself a fan of mine or anybody in the org. The second thing I want to say is that if anybody is in any way responsible for this, it's me. I knew Rich more than anybody else. And because of that...
If anyone's responsible for this, is Rich and probably to some extent the woman involved. I'm not saying it's her fault or anything like that, but she is responsible for her actions to an extent, being in a certain location, being in a certain situation. I don't know the situation yet, but usually that is the case, okay? There are ways to prevent being sexually assaulted. There are ways to lower the chance of you being sexually assaulted, okay? So the responsibility is vast majority with Rich, but some responsibility definitely goes to the person who was assaulted, okay? I don't think Asmongold has any responsibility. I don't think, even if they're good friends, me and my good friends, I'm not asking my friends like who they are messing around with and all that stuff, okay? I don't know how many times my friends are getting laid, okay? This is not like a topic of conversation. At least when we were 16 it was. When we were 30 in our 30s, we don't give a shit about that. It's like, you're getting laid, you're not, it's up to you. As long as you're healthy and you're good mental state, I don't care. No one cares.
If you feel like you've been betrayed, and you've been led to believe something that's not true. Please don't take this out on any of the other people in our org, any of our employees, any of the people that we work with.
Yeah.
Let me tank it. Direct your hate at me.
No.
And
I would say to that, don't direct your hate at Asmongold. He doesn't deserve it. He didn't do anything wrong. He has absolutely... I understand what he's saying, and I'm not saying he comes from like a selfish place where he wants to defend the organ or whatever, but he says that's like, if you need an outlet, he's there to be that outlet. But in my opinion, he had absolutely nothing to do with this. He's not at fault on any level.
the third thing I want to say is that I read everything. I also know a few other things as well. This is not drama.
No, this is real shit.
This is not getting canceled.
Yeah.
These are crimes.
Yeah. This is technically a crime. However, if she's not willing to pursue it, he's not technically guilty. Okay? Like, you know, in the court of law. If she's not pursuing it, if she just wants to say it for some reason that she wants, whatever reason she wants to say it, totally fine, it's within her right. But if she doesn't pursue this legally, like, there's nothing you guys can do about it, really. And it's like, and again, Asmongold says this multiple times, the only way you can get canceled is if you cancel yourself. No matter how many haters you have, you'll always have some support somewhere. And, you know, if Rich keeps streaming, I'm sure he'll have enough support. It's not, it's not the end of the world for Rich in that regard. However, I am definitely sure he's not going to be seen for a while. Maybe an apology video like everyone else does, but yeah.
I don't want people to go in and call this is drama. It's not fucking drama. This is serious. It is as serious as it gets.
Yeah.
I took action as soon as I could.
Here's the other thing. The previous video with Crazy Slick, Asmon was furious. He was angry. In here, it looks like he's just disappointed. But also, well, I want to say like maybe there's a bit of hypocrisy towards Miskiff in this case, but Miskiff defended Slick and hid evidence or like manipulated evidence, whereas Asmon had absolutely nothing to do and didn't know anything. So it's a bit different. I mean, maybe Rich will be like, oh, Asmon knew all along, whatever. And just for some reason want to fuck him over. But like, as far as I know, as far as I can read Asmongold's energy and like his mannerisms, stuff like that, he's not the type of guy who would be hiding this. I think he's a very rational person, even though he holds his friends close. He would also not think twice to abandon his friends if they actually are scumbags. I'm not passing a verdict on Rich. I'm just saying on Asmon's personality as far as I can tell.
And I don't know.
Yeah, it's fuck. It sucks. I can't imagine.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, can't imagine, bro.
Fucking sucks. I don't even want to talk about how it's made me feel, because I think that takes attention away from the actual people who are the victims here.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It'll take me a while to get over this, but I will get over it. I learned last year that I can get through anything. It doesn't matter. I can take it. I can deal with it.
Life goes on. Time heals.
So if you want to give somebody support, give the people who are brave enough to come out and tell their story whenever they're being attacked by people who think that they're doing me or somebody else a favor. Please, do not do that. I don't know what else I can do. If there's anything that you guys would like to see me do, I'm open for suggestions. I feel there's a part of me that feels a genuine sense of guilt, and I'd like to do something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I can do, but
Nothing you can do. It's not. Yeah, there's nothing he can do. I mean, it's not about him. It has nothing to do with him. Everything that had to do with the business side has been taken care of. Rich is out of the organization. I mean, nothing else Asmel can do. Don't even ask him to do anything. Like, it has nothing to do with him in that regard.
That's what's been going on, and you know, you have a situation like this, and you go through every message, every interaction you have, and you always wonder, like, oh, maybe, like, maybe should I have known something different, or should I have
There's no way
been able to, like, perceive some sort of thing?
Nah.
There's just a lot of things that go through my head.
No.
And I'm gonna be a bit shook for this for a while.
Yep.
But I thought that it was right for me to come out and address this directly to you guys and to our fans and viewers and everything, and just echo what, you know, we said in our statement, is that we share in your disappointment.
Yep.
It sucks. Again, Rich is completely out of the org. That's
Yep.
it. Yep. I'm pretty sure I feel like I've said everything that I've wanted to say. Again, two things I want to just reiterate one more time is that if you go and you are messaging these girls, trying to cast aspersions, cast a shadow of doubt, and make them feel bad for coming forward with what their story is, you are not our fan. You're not my fan. You're not doing us any favors. You're not on our team. You're not helping us. You're not helping anyone. Do not do that. If I see people doing that in my chat, I will ban them. I think everybody should do the same. Also, again, OTK has a lot of employees. We have other people like, you know, like our other talent that are on the org too, streamers. They know nothing about this. They have nothing to do with this.
Obviously, Phasmigal didn't know. I mean, whatever. However, people will be going for like their favorite streamers. Like, did you know? Like, what are your thoughts? Whatever. I'm expecting a lot of them to talk about this soon, just because people will be pestering them about it for sure. Oh, we got a rare. Let's go.
Been other owners. If you feel like shit, like something wrong, bring it to me. Bring it to me directly. And yeah, let me tank it. I can deal with it. And so
yeah, don't bring this to Emmy or something like that, you know, like Emmy's not that good under pressure. Let's just say it like that. Okay. Schlatt maybe, but Schlatt might be a bit too he's not like, I don't think he has a serious mode, you know, kind of thing. But yeah.
I encourage any of the people that were affected by Rich and any of these things to seriously consider legal recourse. And of course, if that happens, I will comply in any way I can.
Fair enough.
Limited as it may be.
That's fucked up, man. But yeah. Imagine, man, like you would be fucking supplying evidence or like supporting evidence against somebody who was one of your closest friends. It's fucked, man. That's not an enviable position. That fucking sucks.
This is not drama. These could be actual crimes.
Yep. Depends if she's willing to follow suit.
So
I don't think she will, but we'll see.
I think that's about all I have to say. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's about it.
Not much else to say.
I can't answer 100 different questions.
Yep.
I don't want to do that because obviously I don't want to compromise other people's privacy or anything like that. I think that, obviously, we'll see what's going to happen. I think that's what happens with that's the way it goes with almost anything. And I just hope that, I hope everything's okay. I mean, that's really all there is to it. Take the day off. I mean, and I understand there are some people that have questions, and I don't want to go through and explain everything because, again, a lot of these things are very serious, and I just don't want to do that. I want to just let the evidence and everything speak for itself.
Yeah.
I don't want to make assumptions or anything like that.
Yeah, it's also personally involved, so it's like you'd rather not make assumptions.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't think it at all. Has nothing to do with you.
So yeah.
Like, no blame should be put on Asmon at all. Like, I'm okay with him taking responsibility. I get it, but I don't think it's like. I don't think it's necessary.
I appreciate all you guys being supportive of me and everything too. Obviously, I've seen a lot of the messages you all have sent me, etc., and I really appreciate it. Obviously, it's been comforting, and so thank you to everybody. That's about it. I mean, I'm not really sure like what exactly I'm gonna do today. I have no idea. But yeah, that's about it. And in terms of, like, I know a lot of people will want to make like comments about this or say stuff about this. I understand like people want to process things, but I'm gonna try to avoid like any of the like memes or stuff like that. I don't want to deal with that. To be honest, it just, yeah, I don't want to deal with it.
Whew, man. Not an enviable situation, that's for sure. That fucking sucks. Alright, so that's the video. Now we're gonna go into the tweet. Okay, let's see what the tweet longer is. If you want the whole account, here it is. These are California times. This is my phone. Something about the phone. His intentions were pretty clear. No, it doesn't. If you believe. Okay, so let's see what she's saying in tweet longer. Rich and I had a very up and down, on and off friendship and relationship for 4 years that started towards the end of his career on the Call of Duty desk. Our physical relationship started in Columbus, Ohio in 2019 and was a disaster from there. Without going into extensive detail, because that's what would be required to explain it, there were several times during the 4 years that he made it clear he only viewed me as a sexual object. And you stayed. But when I would confront him about it, I would get love-bombed and gaslit into thinking that he cared about me and wanted to be with me. Manipulative, maybe, maybe you didn't want to, like, again. This is a very one-sided point of view. Alright, because, like, what she should have said is, I felt like I was only a sexual partner, and when I confronted him, he made me feel like he wanted to be with me. I would say that's more accurate, but yeah. This would happen during the single periods of my life, as any time I would be in a relationship and he would text or call me, I would tell him I was seeing someone else. After he lied to me about having a girlfriend for an extended amount of time in June of 2021, I didn't speak to him or see him until he called me asking to apologize around the end of July or beginning of August. Okay? I always had a deep love for Rich as a person and friend. As the beginning of our friendship, he was there for me like not a lot of people are, so I gave him another chance to be friends. He told me he would prove to me that he was working on being a better person and that he wanted to be in my life. Then in October, he began his typical antics and begged me to come to Texas around his sunbathon. I don't know what that is. Maybe Sabbath? I don't know. Maybe it's Sabbathon. I said no because I did not think it was appropriate to stay with him because I did not want to sleep with him and that I did not trust him. He also came to LA in December of 2021. Okay, it's fine. She didn't come. That's good. To LA in December of 2021, he asked to see me, but mainly was only asking me to come to his hotel. I said no due to the fact that I was not interested in having sex with him. There was not much communication until I was at French restaurant AOC in the Upper East Side on January 13th of this year with 2 girlfriends. Okay, 2 girlfriends. As the night came to an end around 12 a.m., I Ubered to Rich's apartment in Williamsburg because he asked to see me. So you kept saying no, Rich kept persisting, and then you said yes. Okay. We were in the movie theater in his building and talking, and he repeatedly kept attempting to get me to lay on him. I repeatedly said, I'm not here to sleep with you and I do not want that. At one point in the theater, he said, I think tonight is the last time I'm going to ever see you. Okay, manipulative, sure. After trying to speak to him for an hour about our relationship and the awful way he treated me, he just continued to deflect and said there's no reason to talk about because it makes him feel bad. Okay. He said that we couldn't stay in that room and needed to go up to his apartment per the apartment rules. I said I don't trust that, and he promised me that that was the situation, that nothing would happen, and was respecting the boundary I set. Why didn't you leave then? We get upstairs and he starts talking about how hot I would be pregnant. Oh my god. He then proceeded to jerk off in front of me while continuing to talk about how he thinks about getting me pregnant constantly. Kept begging me to have sex with him. I said no. He continually attempted to take my clothes off. I kept saying no. Why didn't you leave? Like, take your shit and leave. He's not forcing you to be there. I kept saying no at the end, and I mean the very end. He rolled me over and put himself inside me and finished. Unprotected. But, what? He then proceeded to jerk off in front of me while continuing to talk about how he thinks about getting me pregnant constantly. He kept begging me to have sex with him. I said no. He continued to take off my clothes off. I kept saying no. At the end, I mean the very end. He rolled me over and put himself inside me and finished. I am so confused. At what point were your pants off then? Did he roll you over and take off your pants and penetrate you? Okay. Afterwards, I called my friend who I was staying with so I could come back, and she wasn't answering because it was late at night and she was already asleep. Rich said I couldn't stay there, so I called hotels around New York City looking for a cheap room. I'm sorry, but this part, Rich said I couldn't stay there. Just imagine this scenario for a second. Oh my god. This guy's been basically for half a year asking you to like come over, like hang out, stuff like that. You kept saying no. Eventually in January you said yes. Okay. Then you said yes, you hang out in the theater of the building. Then he says, like, we need to go to my apartment because we can't stay here. Instead of saying, no, I don't want to go to your apartment. I'm good here. If we have to go, then I'm going to just go home. And that's option number one. But okay, you went to his apartment. He took off his dick and starts jerking off. Why didn't you leave? You not leaving, like, look, I'm not saying this is consent, but you not leaving is the same as saying this is okay. Like, Yeah, I want to see you jerk off. Because if you don't want to see him jerk off, you would leave. I'm sorry. If I have a friend over and he starts jerking off, I'm either kicking him out because it's my house. If it's his house, I'm just fucking leaving. Clearly, I'm not supposed to be there. So this chick is there while he's jerking off. He keeps telling he wants to put it in her. She keeps saying no, but clearly she only says no. Now, that being the case, if a girl says no, that means no. And even if the girl, like, in this day and age, even if the girl's like, oh, no, I can't, no, it's, we shouldn't, no, like, that kind of no, in my opinion, on a transcript, that reads as no, you say no. Even if it's a flirty no, where, like, no means yes, that means no. Especially, like, after the Me Too movement, okay? Not worth the risk. Stop being an idiot. Protect yourself first. It's just sex. Stop. Just leave. Just like, okay, no, I'm done. Like, fuck it. Let's play chess. I'm not, like, yeah. You can, you know what? I want sex. You don't want to? I'll finish myself off. You can leave. Okay, like, no means no. Even if no doesn't mean no, it means no. From, like, that is the rule, guys. Like, don't do that, what he's doing. But either way, she clearly stayed while he was jerking off. She clearly stayed when he was trying to take her pants off, like basically her clothes off. She clearly stayed the whole time. But the funniest thing is, after he basically rolled her over, and again, funny in a bad way, right? It's like, I can see this in a very bad comedy movie. He finished inside her and then told her she needs to leave. What a dick move. It's like, let's say everything that happened is true, and I have no reason to say it's not true. Obviously, there's some details missing, like the reason you decide to stay. Okay? Imagine this scenario when it's like, he does that, and then he's like, oh, no, you can't stay, you gotta go. That's fucked up. As for the nearest subway, it was a 20-minute walk. Without saying anything to him, I left and cried in his lobby as he texted me, you okay? I never replied, I left. Went to a sketchy hotel in Chinatown and processed it by myself. I left New York the next day and never spoke to Rich again. I am a 30-year-old woman in a relationship with someone currently. I have had several relationships with people that just simply did not work out, and I still respect those people and would never make a false claim based on a relationship ending. I get nothing out of lying about this. That is a lie. Okay, so this is a lie. I get nothing out of lying about this is a lie. You shouldn't even say that in there, because now you're putting it out there that there's probably something you're getting. And also, you are. No offense, I don't think a lot of people knew about you, but now you bring down what's it called? Rich, who is decently well known. You're giving yourself a name. I'm not saying this is the reason you're doing it, but clearly you have a reason to say it as well, like for personal gain. Same with Adriana Lee, and again, I believe Adriana Lee, obviously, like, there's no question to ask, but at the same time, and I bet a lot of people didn't know, but Adriana Lee, before the accusations, I personally didn't, I know definitely not a lot of people knew about her. I don't think she's a 10,000 person, 10,000 viewer streamer, right? And I'm sure she gained some popularity since. Not saying that is the reason she came out. Obviously, she should have come out and said it when, like, as soon as she could. But don't say that there's no reason for you to lie, because now you're putting it into people's head that's like, yes, there is a reason actually. In fact, it's almost expected to receive ridicule when speaking about sexual assault. No. Again, this connotation, like, this last part is the reason you would receive ridicule, because this is super sus. Okay, I understand you want to put it out there that's like, you're not trying to get anything out of this or anything like that. Honestly, I'll tell you it right now. In my opinion, okay, unless you want to go out and, like, you know, sue him and all that stuff, I personally don't think she should have posted on Twitter. If she wanted to make a deal out of it, she would go to the authorities. Posting it on Twitter, by default, would make it seem like you're trying to gain something. If this was such a bad experience for you, you should go to the authorities. Okay? Posting it on Twitter almost always guarantees that you're clout chasing, sorry. Even if you're not, you're posting it on Twitter, that is what people will think. You can believe me or not, I generally don't owe anyone anything, and I'm not here to beg people to believe me. Then why are you posting this? You know? Anyways, let's read the comments. Let's see, if you want the whole account, here it is. Alright, so here's the messages of that night, I'm assuming. Are you in New York? Yeah, I am. Oh shit. How long? This is Rich is the gray, she's the blue, obviously. Oh shit, how long? Would be cool to hang. I've been here for a bit. I was planning on leaving tomorrow. Oh, what you doing tonight? My friends and I are just at a bar for a bit. No formal plans, just catching up a bit. If you want to hang out later, let me know. I was already in bed. LOL. I would catch up with you, but it's okay if you're already in bed. Would you want to come chill here? It's okay. I don't think that's something I'm comfortable with. I mean, the conversation is fine, but I mean, like, she's replying too much. If she showed no interest, she would be like two words answers kind of thing, you know? Okay, would have loved to see you. Too bad you're already out of commission, but no worries. What would you want to do? I don't know what. Again, too bad you're already out of commission, but no worries. Too bad you're already out of commission means that's like, if you weren't out of commission, we would do stuff. So he's like, what would you want to do? I don't know, whatever, honestly. So she does want to hang out. Okay, so again, the shift between like what she says her response was in June and December, suddenly in January it's different. Again, people's response can change. However, I would like to see the transcripts of June and December, or July and whatever those dates were, to see how she was not replying to him, or like that he kept sending messages, anything like that. I have a little movie theater in my building. Would you want to chill there? I don't have a trek in me to go out this late, but that way we could chill and it's not in my apartment. Yeah, we could potentially do that. Again, like you're whatever, like there is interest. She clearly shows interest in hanging out, and again, I understand she's like, she wants to keep it friendly or whatever. Sure, okay, so she just wants to be friends, let's say it like that, right? Even though, in my opinion, look, an ex, you need to X him out of your life. Okay, don't be friends with your ex. Your current relationships will not appreciate it. It's only bad for you. You know you're gonna like there's a reason you're keeping your ex around. Okay, not because he's such a good friend, but because you had something with him. Okay, let's be real. Okay, that's usually the case. Cool. When would you want to come? Once I'm done here, I could probably come by. Cool. What time around you thinking? Out of curiosity, I'm honestly not too sure. Whoa. Next. Okay, I'm excited to see you. I'm gonna stay up. I'm so excited. Haha. This is exactly why I don't like Rich like this. He probably was super excited, like knowing how he fucking talks. Whatever. Seriously, if it's too late, it's not a problem. LOL. I don't want you to wait around if you're going to bed. I'll wait up. Send me a pic. It'll help me stay up. LMAO, Rich, seriously. I want to see your face. LOL. Do you still want me to come by? I just paid at the bar. Yeah, address. Again. Okay, be there soonish. What time you thinking? I'm dropping off in the village, I think 12:40. Okay, is that okay, or should I just stay in Manhattan? Come over. All right. These are California times on my phone. Okay, I'm dropping off in the village. Okay. All right, I'll be there at 12:46. Cool, see you soon. Hi, I'm here, coming. His intentions were pretty clear from the way he was texting. I wouldn't say his intentions were clear, but it's 12:40 a.m. What do you think his intentions are? You would go over there and put yourself in that situation if you weren't interested. This comes across as consent. Okay, I don't agree with James. This is not consent. A lot of other shit, I would say, maybe. But again, as soon as a girl says no, it doesn't matter if she's saying it jokingly, flirtily. Bro, Danzo Bananzo, you're out. No, it doesn't. If you believe that, then you don't know what consent means. I told him by my boundaries and said no. He agreed to uphold those. Him being flirty towards me or not does not revoke the fact that I said no. What do you not understand? You didn't leave. I don't understand why you didn't leave. So you just let him take off your clothes and put his dick in your ass without even fighting him off or running. Sounds like you just regret having sex with him. I had sex with Rich before, so no, I wouldn't claim this if I simply regret it. Then why didn't you fight? Don't get me wrong. What happened in disgust is disgusting and horrible, but you can fight back. You're not weak. If he fights back, then I would understand. A strong push would easily send him back to reality. Freezing is a common response to assault. Oh my god, bro. You were together for 4 fucking years. This isn't some random person who assaulted you and you froze. You chose to go see him at 12 a.m. You had consensual sex. Now years later you regret it cause broke up with you. You're despicable and the reason people don't believe real victims. If you're not a rapist, you sure sound like one. Nobody fucking owes you sex past. Oh, the comments, bro. Okay, what do you want? I want nothing except for other women to be aware. Jesus Christ, so sorry this happened. Shake my fucking head. It's okay. I've processed it and handled it okay for the most part, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Your entire personality is your body and sexualizing everything on all your platforms with your body. Sure, Rich is a clown for chasing, but you're trying to cancel him because he made sexual advancement towards you when your whole personality is sexualizing yourself for clicks and money. He violated me, could have given me an STI or gotten me pregnant, which is besides the fact that I am left with the trauma from it. What do you not understand about the difference between me consensually posting photos of myself and someone? I mean, she's right on that one. Show us you okay. Text Rich sent to you. It's linked in the original thread for the 1000th time. I'm sorry, but everything you do online makes you seem like the least trustworthy person possible about a topic like this because of what exactly. I've never lied about a singular person on my experience with them. So a man who speaks consistently of women in a derogatory sense with a massive live audience is more trustworthy because he's a man. Got it. Okay, now she's just, I mean, I get what she's saying. I don't think Rich necessarily does that, but yeah, I don't like his vibe, sure, but I don't think he really does that because of what you use your social platform to advertise. And I think saying something like, I have never lied about a single person in my experience with them is a bit of a overstatement. Also, please don't immediately play the sexism card. It makes you look even less trustable. I call it like I see it, and you're claiming I'm untrustworthy based on your perception of my life and consent, i.e. bikini photos and OnlyFans, making your claim sexist. My content is irrelevant to whether or not I am a survivor of assault. Kick rocks. It's not sexist to see there is a monetary incentive to being able to get people to look through your various accounts, and I was not against you at first, but pushing that anyone who shows the slightest hint of not being immediately supporting you is a sexist is just unreasonable. When allegations like this come out, immediately jumping to the defense of the man accused is pretty sexist. No, this is not... Okay. Oh my god. I don't think there's anything sexist about most of the stuff people have said. Some stuff are pretty much wrong, but it has nothing to do with sexism in my opinion. It has everything to do with just the whole scenario is messed up from White Claw, whatever, Alexi, I don't know, Alexi. Let's just call her Alexi. Everything from Alexi's side is just off. Right? Why are you going to a man's place at 12:40 a.m.? You know it's about sex, especially when it's an ex. Okay, why? And even then, it's like you went to the theater room, sure, okay, but then you went to the apartment. You were like, okay, it's like, you know that story with what is it called, with the breadcrumbs to the house made of candy. This is literally like Rich basically was the witch that gave Alexei candies to get to the house where he could eat her, right? It's like, have you not read that story? Like, again, Rich is still at fault, but Alex is either pretty dumb or doesn't understand the reason people don't accept her, her accusations, right? Like, that's not gonna mean it, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is easy. Think this woman is getting benefits out of people you saying sexist bullshit. Think sex workers can be assaulted. Get a grip with it. Now, first of all, think this woman is getting benefits out of people like you saying sexist bullshit? Yes, 100% yes. Think sex workers can be assaulted? I would say they're more likely to be assaulted than other people, if anything. I have nothing to gain. This is pretty much it. I have nothing to gain, but is a Twitch streamer and OnlyFans. I've streamed maybe 3 times in 2022 due to this instance and some other difficult life things. You can go look that up. I have a full-time job, and Twitch was a hobby for me. Well, clearly you'd rather it not be a hobby, though. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Holy fuck, if you need anything, reach out. Exactly, yeah. Absolutely disgusting. I'm so sorry. If this is fake, I truly hope you burn in hell. There's so many odd things in the story that make it unbelievable. Regret is not the same thing as rape. Don't destroy people's lives because you regret the decision you made. You people truly disgust me. Okay, like it's a lot. It's very aggressive fucking tweet. You really just admitted you don't know if it's real or fake, and you decide your best course of action was to tell someone who you see as a potential victim that they discuss you. Well, okay. No, what he said is worded very badly. Said if she lies, then that person would disgust her. During the 4 years that he made it clear he only viewed me as a sexual object, I didn't need much of scrolling to see your first picture that make men see you as a sexual object. Yeah, basically. Crazy how all the why did you not fight back and cloud chasing comments are from men. They stick together, Lamau. No, because women are not rational beings, and they would stick with the woman regardless. There are plenty of men who say that this is not right, and I think if this is true, and based on Rich's response, it is. Well, response based on he pretty much admitted it. If he's out of OTK right away, right? He pretty much admitted he didn't fight back, nothing. So, men are probably thinking about this rationally. All the signs of her show that she was willing, except the one thing that she said no. And again, like I said, woman says no, get the fuck out. It's game over, it's done, it's not worth the fucking repercussions in the future. That being said, she shouldn't be there. Take some responsibility for your actions. That's all I'm saying. Other than this sketchy ass story in your tweet longer that is obviously omitting details, just weird that the same day you were supposedly raped, January 30th, you were on here tweeting like normal and shit about the new episode of Euphoria, where to get a Dyson Air wrap, etc. Ooh, that's actually like a pretty good, like, if you actually, again, I haven't got raped. No, I'm not gonna go there because honestly, people have different ways to deal. Maybe she just want to ignore the fact and whatever. So I don't know if this is a good argument. Probably not. So you're saying he raped and jizzed inside you, but you didn't bother going to the hospital to get that reported as evidence. No evidence whatsoever. Your screenshot don't prove anything, and your story can easily be made up. Stop cloud chasing, trying to ruin man's life. Again, I can't say she's cloud chasing, obviously. It could be real. But, yeah, a lot of it seems very, very sus. Very, very bad, right? Mostly because, why did you go there? Why didn't you leave when he took his dick out and started jerking off? Okay, either way, look. All I'm gonna say is this. A girl says no, stop. A girl has a hint of no, stop. Even if you think you have consent, make sure of it. Double make sure of it. You are living in an age where men get... You're living in an age of post Me Too and Johnny Depp trial, okay? I would say as a man, the world is not on your side on any allegation. Even if a lot of people don't believe, it doesn't matter. This goes on the record. Your employers find out that like some woman, even if she made false allegations about you, that's enough. That's why like Keanu Reeves, for example, never touches people when he takes hugs. He has the hover hand, full on hover hand. It's not worth it, guys. Any sign of hesitation, anything that is not pure fucking consent, just stop. I don't care how horny you are. Don't do it. Now, regarding this case, if everything she said is true, Rich, I would say, is 98% to blame. She still has the responsibility. She should not have been there. She should not have gone to his place at 1 a.m. You know exactly what you're going for. Now, maybe when she went there, she wanted the punani, you know, it's like maybe she wanted some, but then regretted it. And then, not like she regretted before the fact, but she didn't leave for some reason. And then it happened anyways, and then she says it was sexual assault. Either way, if she went there, like this is not like a 12-year-old, like, oh, I'm just going like innocent, okay? This is like a grown-ass woman. She knows exactly why she's going to a men's place at 1 a.m., okay? Especially an ex, someone she had a relationship for 4 years with, okay? She knew exactly what she was getting herself into. That being said, at any point, if she regretted, she didn't want to do it, it's still her right not to do it. But yeah, it's fucked up. Honestly, the ones I feel bad for the most are the innocent bystanders. I don't think OTK deserves this, and I feel like this is not the end. One True Cult will keep going down. That's how it is when you have an organization filled with basically gaming nerds who apparently think they are hot shit and suck at basically just nerds that think they're hot shit. This usually happens, and I believe this is not the last we'll hear about someone from OTK doing it. I already have, a couple of people that I think have done something, just kind of like I get the vibe from them. I'm not gonna name names because I also have no fucking, I have no evidence whatsoever, but I would not be surprised if these two people did something and it will come out to light. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's the video. I just, honestly, the only one this is the funniest thing. The only one I hope is fine at the end of the day here is Asmongold. And Emiru. I feel like Emiru might take this a lot more to heart. She also looks a little bit more fragile. Everyone else is kind of like probably will be like extremely fine. Except maybe one guy. Asmon, in my opinion, probably took it the worst, and Emiru would probably take it the second worst, mostly because of how emotionally fragile she is. Not in a bad way emotionally fragile, but like she's very, very emotional, right? So yeah, feel bad for those two, but other than that, I mean, as far as like the org goes, I don't give a shit about OTK. I mean, like straight up, I don't watch any of their content. I think their merch is shit, right? It's like it's not meant for me either. Like it's fine if I think it's shit, but yeah. Anyways, this whole thing overall sucks. And again, guys, no matter what kind of version of no, even a maybe means no. Okay. You see hesitation, you stop, you pull out, you play chess. I don't care, but you're not doing anything more. It's not worth it, guys. Anyways, that's the video. Thanks for watching and take care. Peace.